Hello, Jerry. Sorry, I don't know what is going on. Hello, hello, welcome. Hello, Jessica. Hello, Dearly Crafted. Hi, Jill. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Beth. Welcome, everybody. Sorry about that. You guys, I don't know what is happening here lately. Like, I have had the worst troubles, like, getting logged in. Like, I've tried 4 times tonight already. And, last week we had some issues. So, I don't know. Hello, Brian. So, thank you for hanging in there. I will have to maybe update the computer. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe there's some software or something that needs to be force updated. So, what I'm going to do tonight is I had started one of these ornaments that I'm going to make for some friends of mine in this really dark red, and I don't like it. So, I was in the store the other day to get some things that I needed, mainly toilet paper. And I just happened to walk down an aisle that had some beads already. Hello, Mistria. Hello, Robert. Welcome. So these are the beads that I found. I think I've seen these at Dollar Tree. I know I have. And they've got several different colors. So I got some in pink. And I also got some in green. So what I was thinking I would do is if I stitch this particular design in the pink, I can then put the pink beads on it in certain points. So I think that's going to be my project, because I am not going to lie to you guys, I've had a lot of trouble focusing, staying on, finding the motivation to do anything really. I have not been productive. I've not been very social. So yeah, but since I can't get out and buy more fabric, and I had only just started this is like maybe 30 minutes worth of work on this one, and I didn't like it already, I figured that I would just tear this out and reuse this fabric instead of buying a new one and starting over. So, hello, Carla. Welcome. Hello, Odd. Welcome. So, yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing. I did finish, where did I put it? I did finish the January portion of this stitch along. So far, I've done maybe an hour's worth of diamond painting. But nothing's really like holding my interest right now. And that's the problem. So I've mainly been reading some stuff I found on Amazon. Nothing really of note, but just stuff that I'm reading. So yeah. So we're just going to pick this very carefully from the Aida to make sure that we don't pick through the Aida and accidentally put a hole in it, because that just opens a whole different can of worms. You'll notice this one is on a hoop. I don't like hoops really, but I don't have any more Q-snaps. I'm still building up my stock of those. So I have this is like, I think this may have been the first hoop that I purchased way back when I tried cross-stitching the first time. I think it was about $2 at the store, something along those lines. And it works. It's just not my favorite thing. So, I But Nice says, tell me about it. This quarantine has just put me in a mood. Yeah, pretty much. Like, I'm not in a bad mood. I think my sister said it best. My sister, you guys, is Tammy Clevenger. And she signed in tonight under her YouTube channel name, which is Leopard and Lace Boutique. So that is my sister Tammy, if y'all were wondering. But she just said, she's like, we're just unsettled. Everybody's unsettled right now. And I thought that was a really good way to describe At least me particularly, what I'm feeling. I'm just very unsettled. I'm not anxious. I'm not scared. Just like, I really want to go back to my normal routine. You know, when the homebodies are getting tired of home, we got problems. Just saying. Anyway, Robert, I am taking it out, one, because I didn't like the color and the way that it was looking. And I also made a pretty big mess up already on this one. So, and since I can't get to the fabric store for the moment, I'm going to reuse this fabric instead of buying new and starting over. So that is why I am ripping out. This right here was completely off anyway. I was going to have to rip it out. So we're just going to try a completely different design on this fabric. So yeah, that is what I'm doing. So Mistria needs to get some Q snaps. Yeah, I love my Q snaps. My favorite one is combining the 11 by 11 with an 8 by 8. So it comes out to an 11 by 8. To me, that's like the most comfortable. It gives you a pretty big workspace, so you don't have to move your Q snap like every time you put something on it. I've been working in an 8 by 8, and honestly, I prefer the bigger size. So, but I do have a 17 by 17, and I hated that. Like, there's nothing you can do with that. Although I have noticed some people have taken the 17 by 17 and combined it with an 8. So 17 by 8, and made it so that it's like more like a scroll rod type of a thing. So I may do that. I may try that. Carla went back to work because you were so bored. Now you want to cry when you're there. Yeah. And that's the thing, is I am super bored, but I have no motivation to do anything. So, like, I'm doing the little work that I have at the moment. And then, like, yesterday I took a 2-hour nap. It was nice. I mean, that's just like the place that I'm at. So Odd says her blanket progress was slow, but you're still going. So my blanket, I did finish a row on it. I'm now out of black yarn, which I didn't think could actually happen because I always have black yarn. But yeah, apparently I have gone through my whole stash of black yarn. So I'm going to have to get some more of it to be able to keep working on the blanket. And honestly, like today, it's 91 degrees here right now. It's hot, all right? It's hot here. It's supposed to be back in the 50s next week, but right now it's in the 90s. It was 90 yesterday. I am not best pleased. I'm not being very positive today either, so. Hello, Chaos. Long time no see. How are you? I know it's my fault. It's a long time no see, but yeah. So we're going to pick this, and you have to be, the picking, honestly, you guys, takes forever because I'm super careful about it. Because I don't want to put a hole in the Aida, and that is super easy to do. Those of you that know how easy it is to put a hole in your Aida will completely understand. Why I'm being so careful. And I really need to get a better seam ripper, I think. Something that a little nicer. This is like, this one came in one of those kits. I think I got it at the Dollar Tree, honestly. And it's just a little bit, it works, but may storm tomorrow, so maybe that'll be a crochet day. Yeah, that would be a good crochet day. Dark days are good crochet days. Put something on the TV and then just crochet away. You've been crocheting Odd long enough, Odd, that I think you could probably do it in front of the TV if you don't already. So I've been listening to my neighbor, They work out every day, I'm pretty sure. The upstairs neighbor, for those of you that haven't been around. It's very loud. So, and I can't tell if it's a dog. I thought it was a kid, but it may be a dog. But yeah. Oh, it's storming there now, Mistria. Hello, Orchid. Welcome. Hello, Creative Mayhem. All right, so it's 7:15. Let's go ahead and start our Wednesday wins. I'm not sick. So right now that's about my Wednesday win. I really have not, like I said, I haven't been productive. I have not, that my schedule is completely shot. I'm just kind of like going to sleep, doing whatever I need to do when I need to do it. So yeah, unfortunately this week I don't have a lot of Wednesday wins other than I'm healthy. I still am employed. So there's that. And that's about it. So I have great friends. That goes without saying. You guys all came to see me. So, and I do appreciate that. You guys know that. Like, yes, Dearly does diamond painting. So Orchid says you're not normally up at this time, but I've forgotten your pain medication and you woke up. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Well, I'm glad that you got to come and join us. I know it's, what, 11, 12 o'clock your time, isn't it? Something like that. Orchid? All right, let's go back. So Robert's working on his 20th diamond painting. Elliot is working on the Harry Potter Ravenclaw from Diamond Dots that he got at Joann's. I want to see that when it's done, definitely. See how good it is. Carla learned to crochet face mask for yourself and your family. Very cool. Odd says she's also healthy. And your family is healthy. When I stitch in the hoop, I stitch on this side. To where my fabric is on top. I don't know. I mean, you can stitch it this way, but I prefer to stitch it with my fabric on the top rather than on the bottom. I think that's just one of those personal preference type of things. So, yeah. But we're picking today. Picking all the stitches. And you can see the pile of fuzz when you pick stitches. It gets real interesting. Oh, it's 2:17. Okay, so you're a little further ahead than I thought you were. I was thinking you were only 7 hours ahead. But you're further than that. All right, let's see. Creatives Wednesday win is you got the freezer emptied and defrosted before it stopped working. That's definitely a win. It's a lot of food to lose. Dearly says she bought gorgeous fragrant lily flowers today. She did. She was at the store and got some flowers and she sent me a picture and they're gorgeous. And this weekend is Easter. Is it this weekend? Yes, this weekend is Easter. I had to check my phone to see what day it was. You know. You feel very thankful that all are well. Your hubby was one of the 5 people that kept his job. We have food and the bills are paid. Yeah, my sister has actually been really productive. She's been cleaning, doing all kinds of craft things, doing all the things. I'm just like, okay. I did this load of laundry. Which, hey, I think I just got to be easier on myself this time around. Little forgiveness, right? So we're supposed to be. You like to do it the other way, then it's easier to secure the floss when you end. Yeah, that makes sense because you're not having to reach into the well of the hoop. I think though, Orchid, that's just one of those personal preference things. It really just depends on probably which way you picked it up the first time to do it. Yeah. So Beth says her Wednesday win is that you may get to go back to work on the 20th. Fingers crossed. We've got our fingers crossed for you. They extended ours last week to April 30th and possibly out to May 20th, which I'm really hoping does not happen because at that point, I don't know. I don't know. Most people can't. So many people are out of work and all of that kind of stuff right now. I don't know what the economy is going to do. You know what I mean? No, mystery, I did not. Let me go back up. Oh, and the kids haven't torn each other apart, Chaos says. That's always a good thing. Let me look. Miss Tria's Wednesday win is that you posted your second video today. Congratulations. That is very good. I should be doing all of that kind of stuff. But again, Orchid says after Easter, you're going to go start up schools for the little children, but they have to be 2 meters apart from each other. Okay. I would like to see, as a former teacher of little children, I would like to see how that's actually going to work. But if you can figure it out, great. Because kids out of school for 6 months is not a good thing. For sure. Your husband is off work with only 25% of his pay, but you're blessed to be able to work from home. That's good. That's very good. So, has anybody seen, are you ready for it? I'm going to ask, has anybody watched Tiger King? And let's talk about it, because I have not seen it yet. I am like trying not to watch it on principle. You miss your students. Yeah. I mean, I can completely understand missing your kiddos, and I'm sure a lot of those kiddos are missing school as well. Nobody's seen Tiger King. Nobody's watched it. It's apparently the new thing. Yeah, so I was on Netflix the other day and I saw it. It was about, I guess it's about, and I saw it and I kind of watched the little preview and I was like, man, not really my thing. And then all of a sudden, the only memes I'm seeing on Facebook are Tiger King memes. And I'm just like, okay, great. So then I was on a happy hour with some of my friends the other day, and we were talking about it, and they were like, you have to watch it. And I'm like, I don't know. It's a little Jerry Springer for me. At least it seems that way. And then I saw that there's apparently like a second season of it coming out or something. I don't know, guys. Like, I'm just like, wow, this is if this is all that's on the TV, there's a reason I don't watch it very often. I will say my show, one of my favorite shows that I've watched since the beginning, called The Midwife. It's a British show. It comes on PBS over here. And you can stream it the week that it comes out on pbs.org. But I watch it on Sunday nights. It comes on Masterpiece Theater. And I absolutely love that show. I think we're in the 7th or 8th season, something like that. I don't remember. Anyway, so it's got 2 episodes under its belt. So I was very happy to have it back. It was so stupid you were going to turn it off, but you got sucked in. It's a documentary, and I say that very loosely, I think, of some sort about some people in Oklahoma that illegally own tigers. I don't know, is it an illegal owning of tigers? Either way, they shouldn't have tigers. And then some lady named Carol Baskins, everybody thinks killed her husband. And the main character, his name is Joe Exotic, I guess. I don't know. This is all the stuff I've picked up just from Facebook, you guys. But apparently they're like rivals in the illegal owning of tigers business of some sort. Yeah, and he went to jail and she didn't or something, but I don't know. Something along those lines. There's murder, there's tigers, there's some people from Oklahoma. If you've never heard of it, just let it go. It is fine. Your pastor was talking about the king, and then he had a slide that said, no, not Burger King, no, not Tiger King. And I had to Google it because I had no idea what it was. Yeah. How have you not heard of this? You live in Oklahoma. Do you have Netflix, Chaos? He owned them legally and hated the woman from Florida and put a hit on her. Oh, okay. You've never heard of him, and I live in Oklahoma and have most of my life. Yeah. So it's like this whole thing. It kind of reminds me of like a cross between Jerry Springer and a Lifetime movie. Do y'all remember those like Lifetime movies where the woman would or the man would put a hit out on his wife and she would run, or, she's having an affair or whatever kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm trying not to give in to the Tiger King fever. So we will see. But yeah, I mean, I saw it. And then they do have one on there that I do really like the look of. It's about Madam C.J. Walker, who is one of the, I think she was the first, don't quote me on this, but one of the first Black female business owners, and she dealt in sex for Black women. And I think it's like a 6-part series on there. So that looked pretty interesting. I may go back and watch that. I cannot remember what it's called right off the top of my head. But if you have Netflix, it will probably come up on your home screen. That first screen that you go to. There they are. Apparently I got a little too tight with my stitches on this section. So yeah. So what have y'all been watching that's not Tiger King? Because I went to watch, I really wanted to see the new movie, the new Emma that they just put out in theaters. And I saw, okay, well, they're going to have them on your home television. Y'all, they want $20 to watch this movie on my television in my house and not even get movie theater popcorn. Are you crazy? If I'm going to pay $20, I'm going to own that movie. Like, for real, just send it straight to video. It'll be out in 3 months anyway. I am not paying y'all $20 to rent this movie for 24 hours. I ain't doing it. Like, seriously. Hey, Alexis. The one about CJ Walker is really good. Okay. Rom-com thriller documentary. Make your mind up. You've been going down the rabbit hole of nail tech artists on YouTube. All right, Mayhem, be careful, because that way leads to madness. Yeah, she was definitely, yeah, self-made. That's what the word that I was looking for. When Calls the Heart. Yeah, I do like When Calls the Heart. It gets a little syrupy for me sometimes. But I'm not gonna lie, I cried when Jack died. I did. That happened. I am usually a season behind. I have Hallmark and I could watch it all the time, but I usually just wait for it to come out on Amazon or Netflix, whatever it comes on, and then binge the whole season at once. I really don't like waiting every week. So, yeah, I do like When Calls the Heart. Your hubby and you, Carla, have been rewatching Grey's Anatomy. So I used to be like in love with Grey's. I would not miss a single episode. Like, I was there every week. Don't call me on Thursday. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Anything. Because that was Grey's night. And then we got to about, I don't know, season 6 or so. And I was just done. I was over it. They were killing off all the pretty people. Couldn't handle it. So, yeah. So, Mistria says you've been watching some movies off Prime Videos, cute rom-coms. Yeah, I do like some of the Amazon rom-coms are fun. They're not great. They're not like, you know, if you like Hallmark, you'll like the Amazon rom-coms. If you like rom-coms. Robert's been watching 60s Day, where 60 Seconds a Day, in where people go undercover for drugs, like looking for drugs, or like trying to stop people from buying them. Like, is it a cop show? So I found one on, I think it's on Amazon Videos, Amazon Prime. It's called Night Watch. It's an A&E show, and the first 4 seasons are it follows the paramedics, the police, and the firefighters in New Orleans that work overnight. Y'all, there's some crazy stuff on that, like some crazy stuff. So I've been really enjoying that. I've been binge watching that one. I think I'm just about to the end of season 4 now. And then I'll have to figure out, it's supposed to be coming back on A&E. It is back on A&E. I'm not completely sure. So I'm going to have to, I'll let y'all know. I really have enjoyed that one. I don't know who she'll pick. Trailer Park Boys. Yeah, that's not my jam. Alexis, that's not my thing. People go to jail undercover. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's a cop show. Okay. I've probably seen it. I really like procedurals and like I used to, some of y'all will remember this. Some of you aren't old enough, but do y'all remember watching what is it? Unsolved Mysteries? I loved that show. And his voice, oh my goodness. I can remember watching Unsolved Mysteries like when I didn't even understand what was happening because his voice would just, yeah, draw me in. What's his name? Robert Sharp? Was that it? Something like that. You love watching The Bounty Hunter, but they don't do that show. Yeah, I don't think they do that show over here anymore, do they? Yeah, Dog the Bounty Hunter. His wife passed. Oh, it was so sad. She remember. See, Dearly's with me. She remembers Unsolved Mysteries. That was like the OG crime show. Before there was even a word for, people that liked crime. Now, like pretty much all I listen to on my podcasts and stuff is like true crime and all of that kind of stuff. I hate it when this happens. You get one little piece of thread. I'm not saying nothing, Dearly. I'm right there with you. I remember it. And he had that creepy trench coat that he always wore. Robert loves the first. That one's pretty good. So I did re-download Candy Crush, and I have lost many hours to that. I had previously gotten to like level 300 and something, and I couldn't get past that level for like 2 weeks, so I quit. Not to mention, it's a major time suck. Like, honestly, it's just a time suck. So, yeah, Dirt's older, Dearly. It's okay. But, just for something mindless to do. Odd says Forensics Files is one of her sister's favorites. I do like Forensics Files as well. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just either watch what catches my attention, really. There's some really great ones, great documentaries and things here on YouTube that you can get. I really like history documentaries and things like that. I did watch on Sunday night. There was a television show. It was on PBS, and it's called The Windermere Children, and you can rent it on Amazon. And then there's an accompanying documentary, and it is about the kids that were in the concentration camps in World War II. They brought a bunch of those kids to England to basically recover, have therapy, readapt to civilian life, because a lot of those kids had never even been out of the camp. They were born there. And so I watched it. It was very depressing, but it was very informative because I didn't even think about that happening. I'd never heard about it. So I did watch it. It was interesting. It was very interesting. Okay. So I'm going to use the color 603. We've got about 20 minutes, so I should have enough time to start here. Your forensic science students watch Forensic Files for a grade in your class. I'm sure they hate that, Mistria. I mean, it sounds awful. Completely and totally. Oh, man. You like it too because you get the answer by the end of it. It's like a crime drama without the drama. Yeah, exactly. And it's not the same drama, like the same crime. So, like, I used to love SVU, Law and Order SVU. Like, when it first came out, I freaking loved that one. And then about, I don't know, 2-3 years in, I realized it is literally pretty much the same, like, 5 plot lines for everything. So I stopped watching it. Nope, that did not work. Hold on. Put my cover minder on here that my lovely friend Diamond in the Rough made for me. One of the resin pieces that she sent me. And it makes a lovely cover minder and an even better needle minder. See if I can thread a needle today. I literally sat there the other night. I have to get a needle threader. I sat there the other night for like 30 minutes trying to thread the freaking needle. And I finally just gave up and went to bed. I was just like, this is ridiculous. I could not thread that needle. You can only watch funny and scary. Yeah, Mayhem loves her Oak Island. They wanted every Friday to be Forensic Files Friday. Hey, I could probably get down with that. See, and just like that, I'll say just like that. It wasn't exactly just like that, but you guys know what I mean. You love CSI Las Vegas and New York, not my. Okay, was it CSI Miami with Horatio Kane? Or no, that was something else. What was that show called? Oh, God, I loved that guy. I loved that one. That one was one of the ones I watched. I never got into NCIS Louisiana, or no, that's not it. New Orleans, is that what it is? Or the one in Hawaii? A piece of wood 50 feet down. Yeah, that's when your eyes are tired and it's time to stop. I had to stop. I was just like, listen. 1, 2. So we're going to start here. Go down 1, 2. CSI Miami. Yeah, I actually really like CSI Miami. But maybe that was just me. I've watched NCIS like since the beginning. Way back in, was it like 2004 or something like that? And I was obsessed with it for a long time. And then I think it's about, it's when Ziva left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, I think it was when Ziva left. That's when I kind of, you know. So again, that's another one of those that I like to binge watch. Just get it all out of the way at once and keep going. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm actually going to stitch this whole thing, and then I'm going to come back later and put the beads on. When the whole piece is done, I'm not going to try to put the beads on as just because I think they're going to be a obstacle as I'm stitching things. Seeing Scott Bakula on NCIS New Orleans is weird. Yeah. So the thing that gets me about New Orleans is the accents are horrible. They are so freaking bad, y'all. Like, I'm not going to lie. I know I sound country sometimes. Hello, Rivka. Welcome. But the accents on that show are terrible. You can tell there's like 2 people on that show that actually grew up in the South and have an actual Southern accent. It is like it's nails on a chalkboard. Nails on a freaking chalkboard. Those of you from the South probably understand why I'm like, why it gets me riled up. All right, we're going to go up 1 and over 1. You're lost. You've never watched any of these shows. They're like the mainstream drama, cop drama shows. But like, I never got into like Blue Bloods. I never really got into like Live PD. I would thought that I would really like Live PD, but I don't. You kept waiting for him to go back to a different time. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't always work. The actors that they choose sometimes. It's been a while since you watched any TV. You've forgotten. So I remember when I was little, Grandma had, of course, her daytime soaps that she would watch. And then we would watch Dallas, which, let's be honest, I was like 5. I probably shouldn't have been watching Dallas, but I can remember watching Dallas. Um, I remember watching Golden Girls. Designing Women was one of my favorites. Still one of my favorites, honestly. Of course, all of the 80s, early 90s, like family shows, I guess, would come on ABC and CBS and all that kind of stuff. The original NCIS was your favorite, but now Tony's gone. Yeah, it lost a lot. The new cast does not click for me the way that the old ones did. And I kind of just want to feed McGee because he lost all that weight. But he looks like sickly now. Maybe that's just my opinion. I think he looks kind of sickly. And I kind of want to feed him up. So, but did y'all know? Because I did not realize this till my mom pointed it out. Did you guys realize McGee is the cat in Hocus Pocus? I can't tell you how many times I've seen Hocus Pocus and it never clicked that was McGee. No, actually, sister, he did that on his own. I think he lost a little too much. He was having the actor themselves were having some health issues, and basically, and he was never like he wasn't fat. He was just solid, is what I would call it. I don't think he was fat. Hey, Sherry, no problem. You are going live tonight, right, Sherry? You don't have any TV shows that you watch. You used to watch Golden Girls, Star Trek, Cosby. Yeah, see, I watched all of those. Family Ties, Growing Pains. Yeah, like that was back. Like I used to love Murphy Brown. Um, yeah, he was broad. That's a good way to put it. Thank you, Odd. He was broad, husky at the very worst, husky, I would say. But he was not really fat. So, but if he needed to do that to be healthy, then more power to him, I guess. So, but yeah, I kind of feel like now he looks sickly because he's lost so much weight. So, but that's my opinion. And who am I to judge somebody else's life? I guess if he's happy, that's all that matters, right? You're going to go live roughly in 15. Talk about the community event you and another creator are hosting. Lots of giveaways. Awesome. So, everybody, I'm sure, leaves my lives and goes over and sees Sherry. And it sounds like tonight's going to be a rollicking good time. Odd's current shows are Prodigal Son and Rookie and 911. So I saw that they were doing a 911 Texas version, Lone Star or something like that, with Rob Lowe. So I thought I might watch that one. Hey, no problem. You know me, I got you. I come in, I don't say much. I just chillin', listen. 911 Lone Star. You got to squint at that one. I mean, I kind of feel like that's fair, Odd. I feel like that's fair. What am I missing? I'm probably missing a lot. Y'all don't understand. Like when we're doing these, I miss so many comments. The Young and the Restless was on today, and the young ones are really old now and still on the show. Yeah, so if you guys if I ever miss a comment, please don't take it personally, because I only see about 1 in 3 comments, especially if the chat's scrolling quickly. It is hard to see sometimes. All right. Pull up a little bit. Oh, somebody bought something. Something came in the mail. And I know when I start getting knots that it's time to let it untwist itself. So if you're new to cross stitch, if you start getting knots on either side of your work, it means you're turning your needle without meaning to. And if you just let it dangle, I tend to do it on the back side. It'll untwist itself, and then you can go back to stitching. And this one is a fairly simple pattern. I should be able to handle this one fairly quickly. So maybe if I will work on this maybe an hour a day, I can probably have this one done by next week, and we can put the beads on. And if I'm done before that, I may go ahead and put the beads on, and I'll see if I can make myself film something. I did do, we have a group here for DFW stitchers, and last weekend was supposed to be their cross stitch retreat, and we ended up having to do a virtual retreat over on Facebook. Skip one and over one. Okay. We ended up doing a retreat over on Facebook, and they allowed me to join. So I kind of did my first floss tube type of video over there live on Facebook. And so if you know how to transfer that video from Facebook to YouTube, and you wouldn't mind sharing that with me, that'd be great. Because I would really like to be able to use that one instead of having to refilm it. But if I have to refilm it, it's not that big a deal. I just got to make myself do it, which means I've got to do my hair and actually maybe put some makeup on. I don't even know where makeup's at. To be real honest, if you guys want to do this one with me, this is from the Linens and Threads 2020 Mystery Stitch Along. This is a free pattern. Each month comes with an ornament that you get, and this one is February. So if you click into February and you go down to the 3rd page, this ornament is available for you to download. And I'm just using some of the yarn. I bought this. This is my my miscellaneous box of all the ones that I have. And I just kind of dug through here to see what I wanted to use. I thought about using some of these blues, but I went ahead and went for the pink since that's the color of the beads that I found. And then, like I said, the beads you can get at Dollar Tree. I found these at Family Dollar. And I'll just use whichever ones closely match the floss, which will probably be these, or I may do these darker ones down here. I'm not sure. We'll see how it looks when it's done. The first full season is on Hulu. All of your shows are. Okay. See, I canceled my Hulu because I never watched it. Oh, Rivka got her some Craftmate lockables. Nice. Very nice. Your thread twists so much. You have to untwist about every 10 stitches. Yeah. You're getting ready for your Hebrew holiday. Okay, which holiday is coming up? I don't know. Down and back one. Go. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing. I think it's about time for us to start saying good night. You guys, sounds like Sherry is going to have a party over at hers tonight. So make sure that you check her out over at Diamond Art Addiction. Hopefully you'll be able to get a giveaway. It sounds like they're going to have a community event that everybody can participate in. I'm going to just stitch and listen and hang out. Probably should shower. Oh, Passover, yes. I couldn't think of the name of it. I knew that, and I could not think of the name. But yeah, so you guys, this weekend is Easter. Make sure you remember why we celebrate Easter, if that is your. Remember to give thanks in all things. So on and so forth. You guys know. Like I said, this is what I'm going to be stitching. Hopefully I'll have it done next week. And you can find that pattern over at Linens and Threads on their website, linenandthread.com. .coms. What I got to go drink more wine now. So go check out Sherry. Y'all give her a shout out over there. Thank you so much for coming in and spending part of your day with me. I'm going to try to be a little more social this week, just to kind of hang out. It always does my head better if I can do that. Please give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And make sure you hit that cowbell if you do, because everybody needs a little more cowbell in their life. And remember to reach out to somebody if you need someone to talk to. And until I see you guys next time, remember, craft like somebody left the barn door open. Bye, guys.